Stagey Kids, and today I'm in the Theatre Cafe in London, joined by the star of Bat Out of Hell, Christina Bennington.
Hi!
Start off by saying congratulations on being nominated for the Broadway World Awards.
Thank you so much, I'm so thrilled. Bat fans are the best in the world, so thank you for nominating us, the whole show, myself, Andrew and Gareth.
So I've seen Bat Out of Hell loads of times, and it is amazing. The audience give incredible reactions. But for those who haven't seen Bat Out of Hell, can you tell everyone a bit about it?
Bat Out of Hell is a huge adrenaline-fueled rock opera, and it's set in the dystopian future city of Obsidian. It follows Strat and his gang of the Lost who never age, they stay 18 forever, and the dystopian future city is ruled over by Falco, and I play Raven, Falco's daughter, and when Strat meets Raven, he falls for her immediately and decides he would follow her anywhere, and the most important thing is to capture her for himself.
Raven is the sort of rebellious teenager character. Did you do any rebellious things when you were a teenager?
I was obviously very well behaved as a teenager, obviously, but I did have a bad habit of terribly over-exaggerating how much I needed to be at like music rehearsals and choir at school. So if I just didn't fancy that maths class, I would just be like, sorry, I've got choir, and just leave. Is that right?
Yes. The audiences are absolutely amazing in Bat Out of Hell. They get so many good reactions, and every time I've seen it, there's someone surrounding me singing it. Can you hear them on stage?
Yes, you can actually. The bit I hear it most is in All Coming Back to Me Now. What's so amazing is that in this show we give out, 100% of what we have every single night, but we always get more back from the audience, and I think the audience reactions are just, we're so grateful every night. It's so incredible to walk out this summer at the Coliseum and look up and see all 4 levels standing up and screaming and dancing and singing when we come on at the end. Like, it is very difficult to sleep afterwards because you're so buzzing from the adrenaline, so we're very privileged to have that reaction.
What are your 3 favourite musical theatre songs to sing?
I suppose songs that I really learned to love to sing are things that I've done in shows before. One of my favourite songs that I've ever sung is People Will Say We're in Love from Oklahoma, which I was lucky enough to be on the UK tour of, and I've always really adored that song, and it was really fun getting to understudy the role of Laurie and learn to sing it. Another song I love to sing is, which was a really big challenge for me, was After the Ball in Showboat. I understudied the gorgeous and wonderful Gina Beck, and for the first time ever I had to sing something which was super high on stage, and she was a real inspiration to me, and I learned to eventually make that something that was fun and easy to sing rather than a huge challenge. Third one, from another job, I loved singing Greenfinch and Lindenbird in Sweeney Todd. These were all very classical soprano things, but I guess that's what I've always been more used to singing. Yeah, I love Greenfinch for its kind of the amazing motifs in it and the atonal stuff, and it's just very interesting and chromatic, and it says a lot through the music as well as the lyrics.
So if you could only pick one of those to sing, which one would it be?
Maybe Greenfinch, yeah.
And what's your favourite one from Bat Out of Hell?
My favourite song from Bat Out of Hell is For Crying Out Loud, which I perform with Andrew. It's huge vocally and also physically, and it's a really good challenge to be able to achieve a kind of guttural, chesty, huge rock sound while essentially throwing ourselves around on the floor.
You said it's really vocally demanding. How do you warm up for the shows?
I think my top tip for warming up for a show like Bat Out of Hell is to not push yourself too much vocally, because say we warm up almost 2 hours before the show, and what you don't want to do is give it all away in your warm-up. So you try and just warm up comfortably and very slowly, and not spend it all before you get into the actual show itself.
What's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you on stage?
Well, I fall over on stage a lot in Bat, but I think probably the funniest thing that's ever happened to me is I was in a tour called The Smallest Show on Earth, and I led a tap number. I know, hard to believe. And I was wearing a halter neck dress, and just as I was about to come on stage, it was a super quick change, and the back of the dress actually snapped and it fell, and of course I was at the front of a group of 6 dancers leading this tap number, and all the choreography was very arm based, all these lines, and our choreographer was in at the show, the lovely Lee Pride, sorry Lee, and of course I couldn't do the dance because my dress had broken and it was going to fall off, so I did the whole dance like this while everyone behind me was doing these huge arms, and I saw him for afterwards, and he just said he thought I was just being lazy. He just thought I was not feeling it that day, but I just couldn't let go of my dress. I did the whole dance like this.
What inspired you to get into acting, and what was your first role?
I suppose my family did a lot of amateur dramatic plays and pantomimes when I was younger, so my family have always been into using it as a way to socialise as well. So that inspired me to get into acting, and I did, some plays when I was very young. I think my first was Queen of the Mermaids at age 5. But I suppose my first serious acting role was Treacherous Tina when I was 7. And we did a play called Cops and Robbers. I don't know if it's a real play. But I was at school, and then I got to play Treacherous Tina because we had the same name, and I actually still remember the rhyme I did. I'll tell you it.
Right.
Gosh, it's not very treacherous. I used to come on stage and I'd say, "I'm Treacherous Tina, there's nobody meaner. My heart is as black as my boot. I run round the town knocking old ladies down and run away quick with the loot." And that was my first serious theatre role, I'd say.
Very evil.
I know, right?
How did you feel when you were on that stage for the first time?
Whenever I was 7.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know, I guess I love theatre because although it's essentially pretend and you're creating a world, it can in a way be the most real thing for many people and for yourselves. And I guess telling a story and making people feel things and being privileged enough to, go on that journey with everyone. And it's like a whole room interpreting one story in 100 different ways or 1,000 different ways is really special. Whether you're 7 on stage or now, I guess it's just a very amazing experience.
Did you have any acting role models when you were growing up?
I remember seeing Laura Michelle Kelly on stage when I was 12, 13 type of age, and I just thought she was so classy. And she made everything look very easy. So I think it was something that I really aspired to in that way. I was like, oh, she's so sophisticated and she's really moving everyone, and and everything looks like it was just so natural to her. And that's a memory that really sticks out. But I guess there are lots of people in film and TV as well that you watch growing up, and comedy actors and stuff, and you kind of think, like, when you're younger, you think that job just looks so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Improvisation is a big part of training for an actor.
So
if I put you on the spot right now
okay.
and tell you to be a bat of hell and show you what it would look like, can you do it?
Oh, a bat of okay.
I've been waiting for this.
I think probably it would be very happy. Okay, so like. Okay, no, you've got to do it too now.
Oh no, right.
You too. Mine's a happy bat.
1, 2, 3. That's the weirdest thing I've done all day.
Well, good. I'm glad I made you do it. Great.
So obvious to
Great. Yeah, no, I'm thrilled.
Apart from Battle of Hell, what's your favourite show on the West End?
Ooh, currently, I just went to see the National Theatre's version of Follies a couple of weeks ago, and it's a musical that I've always thought was so excellently written and very moving, and I was blown away by it. Actually, I thought it was kind of quite perfect in its execution, and I think that's my favourite show in town at the moment.
Is there a part you'd like to play in Follies?
I'm a bit young to play the likes of Sally and Phyllis right now, but I have to say the 4 younger actors who played the young versions of themselves did an absolutely amazing job. It's incredibly difficult what they have to do. They stand back and are kind of apart from the action, but still feeling it and going through those emotions, and then they jump into very heightened situations. And a good friend of mine, Alex Young, actually plays young Sally, which is a part that I think is brilliant, and she's absolutely incredible, and I would love to do something like that.
If you could play any role, male or female, what would it be?
Well, a life dream of mine is to play Mary Poppins. So, Mary Poppins, absolutely.
What about male part?
Oh, I always wanted to be Judas in Jesus Christ Superstar when I was young, because I used to watch the DVD of it every single day with my brother and sister, genuinely. So, Judas.
Battle of Hell's going to Toronto next. Are there any plans to bring it back?
There are. We're coming back to London next year, and we're really excited about it. We're really thrilled to be going to Toronto. I'm actually flying tomorrow, which is pretty cool. So we're going to spend kind of the next couple of months there, and then we're back to London next year. So watch this space. It's going to be very exciting.
And you're also in Starlight Express workshop. How did that come about?
I was just asked to audition for it. I had a really fantastic time. I workshopped the role of Pearl with Angela Weber and Arlene Phillips and Richard Stilgo for a couple of weeks, and it was really fun exploring a musical which has been around for 30 odd years and kind of updating it and making it more relevant to society now. And musically it was very updated, and it was really fantastic because all three of them were so hands-on and were there all the time with, you know, full of ideas and passion, and it was really good fun. Yeah.
Are there any plans to bring it back to West End?
I'm not sure. I think it would do really great coming back again. It's definitely a great story, wonderful music.
I'd love to go and see it if it does come back.
I mean, I'm not sure about the roller skating if I can handle it, but I'd definitely go see it.
What advice do you have for young aspiring actors?
I would say always work very hard. Be very nice. It's very easy to let competition get in the way in this industry because there are so many talented people everywhere. And I think it's important to remember that someone else's success doesn't necessarily impact on yours, and everyone is, you know, carving their own career path and nothing is a race. I would also say go and see as much theatre as you can and read as much as you can and have an opinion on it, because I think you're most useful in a rehearsal room and on a job when you know what you like and what you don't like and why. And if you have an opinion, then you will have ideas.
So now I'm going to play a round of heads up with Christina. We're doing accents. I'm guessing and Christina's doing the accents. I hope so too. Right.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Alright, geezer. Like the apples and pears.
No idea.
I've got landing, like another word for like
Geordie.
No!
I don't know. Cockney.
Yes!
Yes, that's all. I don't know.
Oh gosh, pass. Pass. 3, 2, 1. Nice to see you. Like a cup of coffee. Come
Brooklyn.
on. More general. Like, where am I from? What city?
I don't know.
In America.
Is it not Brooklyn?
Yeah, but what's the city? And exactly where's that country?
In America.
Yes.
Yes.
Where do you think I'm from? What country am I from? Me and the leprechauns, yes. Oh my gosh, I can't do that one. Okay, so we're now in the Theatre Cafe in where? So where am I from?
London.
Yeah.
Posh.
So, like... God, I can't do this, this is terrible. We've got to have our takes.
Great talking with you, Christina.
Thank you for having me.
And if you want to vote for Christina in the Broadway World UK Awards, there are the details in the description below. And you can also follow her on social medias there as well. I was going to went through a thumbs up for it. I was like, yeah.